Hey everyone, happy Sunday, happy Easter. I hope everyone's doing well after a long week. I'm going to be taking you through a 20-minute Vinyasa inspired movement. Today I'm going to focus a little bit more on heart openers. The week before we did, the first week we actually did glutes and abs, and the second week we did more hip opening. So this week we're going to do some heart opening. So if you have your medicine ball, go ahead and get your medicine ball. If you don't, that's okay. I'll show you what you can do without the medicine ball. Can everybody see me okay? I think everybody is there. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. So we'll just take a step onto the mat. And the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to step into the center of our mat. We're going to inhale as we bring our arms up. Exhale, we're going to forward fold down. We're just starting to warm up our hamstrings and our spines. Inhale, coming to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Opening up the arms, we're going to hinge at the hips as we come up slowly. Inhale, coming up. And exhale, coming down. Forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, open the arms as we come up, hinging at the hips. Inhale. And coming into heart center. Now if you have a wall behind you, I'll have you take a step back, onto the wall. This is a great way to build up strength in the legs, also to warm up the spine and the core for flexibility. So the closer you place your heels to the back of the wall, a little bit more difficult it is. So just be aware of that. If you're just beginning, you can step about 6 inches away from the wall. And what we're going to do is we're going to inhale. We're using our wall here. We're going to exhale and we're going to forward fold. Be careful because your back end will tend to push you forward. So just be very mindful with that. You're really going to squeeze as you're coming down. Squeeze, 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 squeeze all the way down. Trying not to touch the floor. We're going to come back up. So you're going to really roll that spine up. Pushing away from the floor. And inhale. And we're going to do that again. So exhale. We're going to forward fold. Being mindful that we can get pushed away with our bottoms away from the wall. As we roll down, not touching the floor. Inhale. Rolling that spine up. Really engaging your core. And up. Inhale. Good. Exhale, forward fold. And we're going to hang here for just a moment. So you can give yourself a hug. And inhale, coming back up. Great. So now if you guys have the medicine ball, let's go ahead and grab the medicine ball. We're going to open up the shoulders a bit. If you don't have a medicine ball, the option for you could be as easy as child's pose or puppy pose. So puppy pose, you're going to just really reach out and open, or you can go into child's pose. For you that have the medicine ball, if you'll just grab the ball, we're going to do the same thing as almost like a puppy pose. Just dropping our head down, relaxing our shoulders here. Toes are tucked under behind, and breathing. Just really letting everything relax. Now we're going to roll slightly forward and back, giving a little bit of movement here. And coming up. And we'll just push the ball away. And we're going to come up onto all fours. I have my rolling ball. So now we're going to come up onto all fours, which is cat-cow. We're going to warm up the spine a little bit more. We're going to inhale. As we look up to the sky, exhale. Curving that spine, bringing those hips forward, and pushing away the floor. Inhale. Coming up. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, coming up. And exhale, coming down. One more time, inhale. And exhale. And from here, we're going to untuck our toes and we're going to push into our first downward facing dog. And if you guys are like me, I'm a little bit sore today. I did some squats the other day, so my legs are feeling it, which this is a great hamstring stretch. Gastrocnemius, the calves. Breathe here. And one more breath, inhale. And exhale. We're going to lift the right toes up to the sky. We're going to exhale as we bring those toes into the center of our mat. We're going to drop the left foot. And from here, we're going to come up, reaching back. Exhale, we're going to bring our hands together. And we're going to bring the left elbow to the outer edge of the right leg. And we're going to look back over our shoulder. If you have it in your practice, you can untuck your toes behind and you can bring it up and hold. If you want, you can open up and bringing it back together. Inhale. We're going to push back into downward facing dog. And breathe. Inhale as we bring those left toes up to the sky. Exhale as we bring that left foot to the floor of our mat. We're going to drop that right knee. We're going to inhale. And exhale as we bring our hands together. This time right elbow to the outside of the left knee. And hold. And again, if you have it in your practice, you can untuck your toes and you can come up and hold. Exhale, coming back around. We're going to push back into downward facing dog. Inhale, we're going to roll our spines up. Exhale, we're going to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. We're going to hold. Maybe we look to the right, look to the left. Exhale, we're going to bring ourselves slowly down onto our mats. Remember today it's going to be about heart opening. So we're going to inhale as we bring our hands to the back together. Inhale, bringing the chest off the floor and holding. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, coming down. Inhale. And exhale. Now we're going to extend our arms out like a cross, taking the right foot up and reaching it to behind. And hold. Coming back into the center. We're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. So inhale, left leg over and behind. This is a nice yummy stretch. Inhale, coming back over. We're going to take a Sphinx pose. So a Sphinx pose is like the Egyptian Sphinx. So you're going to look forward, relaxing those shoulders with the hands straight out in front of you. This is really like opening the chest and relaxing the lumbar area, the lower part of your back. So just breathe here. And now we're going to tuck our toes under. We're going to push up into downward facing dog. From here, we're going to reach those right toes up to the sky. Exhale as we sweep the right foot through and rotate around into what's called wild thing. You can hold here. Inhale, coming back around slowly. and back into downward facing dog. Now we're going to bring those left toes up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, sweeping that leg through as we rotate around into our wild thing. Exhale, coming back, downward facing dog. Inhale, coming up into our high planks. Exhale, chaturanga, squeezing those elbows in, upward facing dog. Exhale, we're going to go into child's pose. You can elevate your fingers up into your fingertips here to really get a nice stretch in the shoulders and relax. Inhale, we're going to come up into what's called hero's pose. So you're going to come to the center of your mat, just resting down on your feet. If this is uncomfortable for you, you can always place a block up underneath your bottom. We're going to inhale. And we're going to exhale as we sweep our arms behind, reaching our feet, and looking up to the sky and really opening up the chest. Inhale, coming back around, placing the hands on the knees and curving the spine. Inhale, sweeping up. Exhale, coming down, opening up that chest. Inhale, we're going to come up to a bent knee position. We're going to place that left leg out to the side. We're going to inhale as we reach to the opposite side of the leg. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, we're going to go towards that same leg. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, away from the leg. You should feel here a nice stretch in the side. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, coming up. And we're going to go to the opposite side. We're going to extend that right leg out. Coming up. And reaching away from the leg. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, coming back up, bringing the legs back to the mat. Knees, we're going to start to work into our camel's pose. So from here, you have a couple of options. If your back is not very flexible, that's okay. We can start here by really protecting our lumbar and our back, pushing our hips forward, and looking straight up. So this would be position 1. If you have more flexibility, you can place a block in between your legs and go a little bit lower. And if you have total flexibility, you can reach your feet, and you can inhale and exhale. As we sweep our arms back, pushing our hips out, and relaxing the shoulders. Remember to breathe here. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, we're going to take the child's pose. Inhale, coming back up. We're going to push back into downward facing dog. And we're going to take 3 breaths here. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more breath, guys. Inhale and exhale. We're going to sweep the right toes up to the sky. We're going to come into pigeon pose. So exhale as we bring that leg forward, coming down onto our mats, flattening out the toes behind. Really trying to square up the hips It's okay if your hips are not touching the floor here. The most important part is to really try to square your body in front here. And protect the knee by flexing that foot. You don't want it to be down, you want it to be flexed. To protect those knees. Exhale, we're going to come down slowly, listening to our bodies. If this is as far as you can go, that's okay. If you come all the way down, we'll go ahead and relax into the floor. And breathe. Inhale, coming back up. And we're going to push back in our downward facing dog. Inhale. So we bring the left leg up, exhale, coming up into our pigeon. And relaxing the foot behind, relaxing the glutes. For you that may have done a workout in the legs this week, this one's a great one. Exhale, forward fold, coming down slowly onto the floor. Inhale, coming back up. Untucking the toes, pushing back into downward facing dog. Inhale, coming up into high plank. Exhale, chaturanga, pinching those elbows in. Upward facing dog. Exhale, coming down. We're now going to work on our bow pose. So we're going to bring both the right and the left foot up against our glutes. If you can't reach, this is okay as well. We're going to inhale as we push the thighs away from the floor and lift our chest. So we're going to inhale up and hold. Exhale as we come down onto our mats. And we're going to come up again. So inhale, coming up. Exhale, coming down. And let's do this one more time, guys. You've got it. So inhale, coming up. Exhale, coming down. Relaxing the feet and stretching your arms straight out in front. Now we're going to inhale as we lift our hands off the floor and our feet off the floor. So inhale, coming out. Exhale, down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Great. Relax down into the mats. And we're going to roll over onto our backs. From here, we're going to bring the right leg up, bending the left knee with the right foot in front of the left thigh. We're going to pull back on that left leg, really being mindful with your knee here. Don't strain anything if this is uncomfortable. If this is the most you can do, let it be. Listen to your body. Relax that spine into the floor. And breathe. And we're going to switch sides here. So we're going to bring the left foot in front of that right thigh and pulling that right knee to the chest. And coming back down. We're going to go ahead and prepare for what's called fish pose. So we're going to take our legs straight out right in front of us. You're going to place your hands right about underneath your bottom. If you have really long arms like I do, you might be up under your thigh just a bit. You're going to pinch those elbows in. You're going to bring the chest up as you drop the head back. If you are advanced in your practice and you want to lift your legs, you can lift your legs. Or you can go back to the fish pose variation. And breathe. If you have a block, you can put it underneath your scapular area as well. And breathe. Exhale, coming down. And we're going to bring our knees into our chest and give ourselves a little hug. Relaxing the spine into the mat. We're going to start to rock our hugs from left to right, right to left, giving yourselves a nice massage. And now we're going to start to roll ourselves up. Not touching the floor with your toes if you can, and rolling back. Coming up, and rolling back. And one more time, coming up, hold, and dropping the toes. I'm going to turn so you guys can see me a little bit better. We're going to go with the left foot up under into almost like a cow face with the right foot on the outer edge of the left knee. We're going to bring the left arm in front, just letting it relax here. As we exhale, we're going to squeeze the belly button to the spine as we take a look over the right shoulder. Really making sure the belly button is engaged to the spine. And with each breath, try to go back just a little bit further, a little bit more of a twist. Inhale. Coming back around, we're going to go to the opposite side, so that this time the right foot is going to be under, left foot on the outer side of the left knee, right arm in front, and we're going to look over that left shoulder, squeezing the belly button to the spine. We're going to inhale as we come back around. We're going to come into a seated position here. With the right leg, we're going to take the right foot into the bend of the left elbow, and we're going to cradle it like a baby. And we're just going to hold it here for a second. We're going to rock our babies from the outside in, really opening up that hip, trying to keep a straight spine. If you want to kiss those babies, inhale and exhale. Good. Now we're going to make our way to the opposite side. So we're going to come to the left leg. So right leg under, left foot will come into the bend of the elbow, and we're going to hold our babies here. And we're going to rock our babies out and in. Good job. And then we're going to place our legs down in front. You can either do like a half lotus, or you can come into a comfortable, easy seated position. Inhale. As we raise our arms up, exhale, we're going to forward fold down. Making sure our seat bones don't come off of the floor. And here you just take some nice slow breaths. Inhale, coming back up. Inhale. And we're going to take the right hand to the outer edge of our right hip, and we're going to reach over. Inhale, coming back up. Left hand to the outer hip. Exhale. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, coming back. Inhale. And exhale. And coming back up. Now here in this position, we're going to go ahead and warm up our wrist a little bit. I'm not going to leave you without doing a little bit of abdominal core work to start your week off well. So you can wave hello, goodbye, really warming up those wrists. I know it looks silly, but it's very effective in warming up those wrists so we don't get any wrist strain. And then flick your fingers. Good. And we're going to come back up onto all fours here on the mat. And what we're going to do is we're going to rock out. So facing the fingertips out, we're going to rock to left and right. Again, warming up those wrists. I won't be too hard on you guys. Now bringing the fingertips facing the knees. We're just going to gently rock back until you feel a nice stretch in those wrists. And back up. From here, we're going to come into the hero position again, placing our hands beside of our knees, and we're going to inhale and push those knees up and away from the floor. So we're going to inhale as we push up and away, and we're going to hold. Exhale, we're going to come down slowly. We're going to inhale as we come up. Exhale, coming down. Now, if this is too hard on your toes, it's okay to tuck those toes under. Whatever's more comfortable. Inhale, coming up. Hold. Exhale, coming down. Inhale. And exhale. Again, inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Now we're going to place the feet out in front of us. As we start to work ourselves down onto our mats, little by little, extending our arms out behind us, relaxing the spine into the floor. We're going to inhale as we come up, making a C, a half a C. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, coming down. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. We're now going to bring those knees back into the chest, giving ourselves a hug. Relaxing the spine into the floor. We're going to extend those legs out in front, coming to our final position, corpse pose or savasana, with our palms facing up. Inhale and breathe out through your mouth. Exhale, letting it all go. Inhale and exhale. As our spine starts to relax into the floor, and our body's making contact onto our mats. We're going to take the time to set our affirmation for the week. And our affirmations normally start with I am. I am loved. I am present. I am strong. I am focused. Whatever that affirmation may be for you this week, let's go ahead and think about that and set that affirmation. And as you set that affirmation, I want you to focus on your heart, the rhythm of your heart, that heart space. And I want you to repeat your affirmation and place it into that space. And I want you to notice, as you're repeating your affirmation to yourself, that heart space starts to grow, like the roots of a tree branching out, down into your toes, into your fingertips. Repeat your affirmation. And now this is your time to connect. to breathe, to be. Letting everything go from this week that no longer serves you. We're going to inhale, and we're going to exhale what no longer needs to be. Now we're going to start to wiggle our fingers and toes. We're going to inhale, reaching our hands up and over. And exhale as we roll over onto our sides. This representing in yoga a new start or rebirth. We're going to inhale as we push away from the floor, coming up into a seated position with our eyes remaining closed. With a nice, straight, tall spine. We're going to inhale as we bring our arms up, and exhale as we come down with the prayer hands in front of the heart space. Again, thinking of your affirmation for the day. Mine is, I am present. We're going to go ahead and blink our eyes open slowly, looking down at the floor. Inhale as we bring our arms up. Exhale, coming together in prayer hands in front of the heart center. I hope everyone's had a wonderful week. I hope that you will have a great week coming forward. I know we're all here in quarantine, working from home, kind of outside of our normal. I just want to thank you for showing up with me today on Easter Sunday to connect to our bodies and really show up on our mats and to put some movement in our bodies to, help us for this week to come. Namaste. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I really do hope you are well and safe, and I hope all your family members are doing okay. I'm sending out light and love, and I hope that we'll all get through this very soon with patience. Again, thank you. I'm going to cut the feed. If you want to come back and do the flow again, it should be up for the next 23 hours on Idealfit. So you're more than welcome to come back and practice. If not, I'm going to be here again next Sunday, same time, same place, at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And next week we're going to do just a Vinyasa flow. We've done the heart openers, we've done core and glutes, and we've done hip openers. So next week we're just going to flow with it and just really release that cortisol, that's all stress related cortisol that we've had built up from the quarantine. So I'll be here next Sunday. So I'm looking forward to seeing you guys again. But I'm going to go ahead and cut the feed. You guys have a good week.